Now I still have my Arkansas and South Carolina flags hanging, and if you saw my ping pong ball videos, you may have seen them in the background. Arkansas is my adopted southern state. It's a long story, but I go hog wild over those Razorbacks. And the South Carolina flag was actually a gift given to me by Pete Harrison. So special thanks to Pete. See, I still hang up your flag every once in a while. All right, but the print that I want to show, this is a nice framed one that I bought in Manitou Springs, and I'm trying to get rid of the glare. There we go. It's a teepee scene. It's titled Blackfeet Camp by Michael Coleman. Looks like it probably was a painting, and this is a print of it. Kind of an interesting teepee camp. Really interesting details on this. There's one teepee with two native women, and it looks like they're just, almost looks like it's either dreamy or it's, you know, it's pretend in some fashion. But there's they have a fire there, and there's all these other teepees, and you love the detail of each of the sticks coming out there. Really nice. When you look at them all together, the contrast of the sky and the tops of the teepees looks really nice. And you know, it's kind of interesting too, because the land, it looks like it's swampy. These look like these are just puddles, like large little puddles of water, and this is a marshy area here. And clearly there, that's water too. And we got water there. So kind of an interesting print. I've always liked it. Very nice. Now this is my friend Allison in Texas made this for me about 8 or 9 years ago. And I think she was making quilts. And she said, "Steve, you know, what do you want? I'm gonna make you something." And I said, well, you know, something Southwestern would be kind of cool. So she made me this really nice, I don't know if I would call it, I don't know if it's a quilt, because it's pretty small for a person, but it's a really nice, you can see the detail, all the different colors. And I usually just have this hanging somewhere in my living room here. Love all the color. I'm definitely a fan of color. Now this next is a painting, and there's no problem with the glare here because it's predominantly black. My friend Jay, she was doing some painting. She's very artistic, very creative, and she was making a number of paintings. And one time I went over her house, I think, and she had this laying around. I'm not sure she liked it, and she just said, "Steve, do you want it?" And I said, "Sure, I love it." And I really do love this. It's been about 10 years that I've had this. I've always been interested in art therapy. Just looking at this painting, it just brings up emotion and feeling. And it's one of those where, you know, I'd say you have to have some kind of reaction if I made the average person look at it. And you know, love the black. The black is a color that, you know, usually denotes negativity or nighttime or darkness. And you got the contrasting red and yellow. Love the contrast of colors. This particular brush stroke, it looks like it's either angry, you know, like it was done in anger, or at least that's how I when I look at it, that's how I feel. You know, the red could be blood, or, you know, that dark red, it looks like it could be angry or blood. And So anyway, this is just a painting that usually, sometimes I put this in my office, and you know, occasionally it'll be an interesting conversation piece, you know, to ask somebody, well, what do you think about that painting? How do you feel about it? You know, well, there's been some good conversations through it. So, love this painting. Jay, you need to make more paintings like this one. Okay, now this is another painting. Fairly large painting. I mean, I'd say that's probably about, maybe about 3 feet wide and maybe 2 feet vertical. My grandmother made this in 1973. Her name was Grace Lavalsi. So I was about 2 years old when she made this, and I remember in the 1970s she was doing a lot of painting. So usually she would do nature scenes like this based on a picture that she had. So it's kind of a mountains in the background, trees and a body of water in front. Really like the colors. I usually have this in my bedroom. Right now that's where it's at, and this is usually the first thing I look at when I open my eyes and gaze across my bedroom. You know, being in Colorado, I love mountains, so I like some of the detail and some of those peaks. Really do like, and I like the rocks. I like the different shades of brown. There's some orange in there and some red, and some darker brown. So really nice. My grandmother, when she had done about 20 paintings, and they were all throughout her house. Maybe it was a little bit less, but when she died, us in the family, we all just kind of went through the house, and everybody took a painting or two and said, which ones do you want? I'll take this one, I'll take this. And this was in the living room, and it was kind of one of the larger ones, and I really like this. So real pleased and honored to have one of her paintings. And the last thing I'll show you is this orange rug. I guess you would call it a rug or a blanket. It's very large. It's probably about 8 feet tall, and kind of bright orange. I bought it at the Ruxton Trading Post in Manitou Springs. Just kind of a really nice antique store, but you know, they had artwork and all sorts of interesting kind of things that are nostalgic of Western, the Western USA, and I guess this is kind of a Mexican design. It's got these white tassels on the top. Maybe I can show it better on the bottom here. You can see so usually I hang this up on the wall. I had it I was using it as a tablecloth just now, and I kind of like it hanging like that. I think I need to find a better place for it. But real pretty. Definitely a vibrant thing to hang up. There you have it. Thanks for watching.